Hello everyone, this is Easy Mode's Ragesauce, and I'm going to be bringing you Marine Arena Masters. In the bottom left-hand corner, we have KateUpton and KateMoss. In the top left-hand corner, we have Nightmare and Billy. And in the right-hand corner, we have WilliamKim and IceVortex. And in the bottom right-hand corner, we have Blue Sky and Wolf. Here we go. Lots of action already. We have a Corruptor, and we have Reapers coming out already for Nightmare, top left-hand side. Bottom left has decided to go with double Sharpshooter. Bottom right hand side already with a Mando coming out for Wolf with sharpshooters, and we do have a Reaper and sharpshooters coming out for Blue Sky. Lots of ranged units. My gosh, even top right, it is just sharpshooter heaven right now. Even Billy's deciding to go for sharpshooters, so it looks like we could see a bunch of heroes, possibly even a bunch of units coming out. We have the Commando at the very least in production right now. I don't see any heroes quite yet. We'll see what these guys are possibly saving up for. And Blue Sky already fighting with IceVortex from top right. And we do have the flashbang going down on the units, able to pick off a bunch of units there from IceVortex. Blue Sky taking a small early lead at 595 points. Look at that though, Nightmare being really scary with that Corruptor. We've seen Corruption go down before and just take out tons of units. That Corruption ability is very strong right now. And a Raven coming out for KateMoss. Ravens are not unexpected. We've seen them here before, folks. And we're seeing him here again. Top left hand side fighting a little bit with that left side tower. And top right trying to get the tower as well. It looks like Billy has it so far. Bottom right, Blue Sky with that tower. And on the bottom tower, Wolf will be able to secure that Mando there. I'm surprised to see that Mando. We have seen Mando play before, and I think he was anticipating that a hero would go down, flashbang going off on KateMoss's units, that Raven just waiting for energy to come. And well, look at this, Hunter Killers are out. I didn't even see them announced. Look at the units tab right now. Yes, we do have those Hunter Killers out. Wow, unseen for KateUpton. That's going to be really interesting, especially against that Mando. So KateUpton deciding to get those Hunter Killers, and with so many Reapers out on the field, he could possibly use this. He's got to be so careful. And what's this? WilliamKim deciding to go out with a Mando as well. I'm not seeing any of these units announced. Barely seen them on the units tab. They're just coming out really stealthily. They might as well just all be DTs right now because I cannot see them. And whoa, we have IceVortex coming down with a mothership, and wow, it was able to get picked off. That was crazy. Blue Sky able to pick off the mothership, bringing his points already to 1133. And I bet you anything, IceVortex is just super peed off right now, losing those units. Oh, what an upset. Billy saying that he's only getting 7 frames per second, and there is a little bit of lag, not too much, but I do feel a little bit of it. Blue Sky deciding to get a Raven, so we have double Raven play so far, and I did hear a snipe go down on that Hunter Killer, almost killing it. He's got to be careful. Decides not to heal. He couldn't heal it up in time, and we'll see if he does remain with those 3 Hunter Killers. He does have it. I heard another snipe go down. Can't see where it's coming from though. I don't have another observer, unfortunately, in this game, so I can't control the group, the units. But lots of back and forth going back between Billy and WilliamKim. Another flashbang going down. More back and forth coming down from bottom right's Wolf, losing so many units. Oh, KateUpton's Hunter Killers doing lots of damage, but Blue Sky going with a dominating lead. My gosh, picking off that mothership early on. Corruption going down on IceVortex units. Man, that was such a big play. That was a great play by Blue Sky, getting that early mothership kill. And double Raven coming out. This is awesome. We've seen Raven play before, and Ravens are just terribly scary with those Seeker missiles, especially with these Reapers. They have to be careful of being focused. And KateUpton and KateMoss able to take a early position in the middle. Billy having to be careful to lose his units from the Seeker missiles, bringing a few of those sharpshooters down to half. Mercenaries are so strong, and sharpshooters have a ton of energy, so it is going to take at least 2 Seeker missiles in order to kill those. Bottom right, wow, with such a huge lead though, at 16-15. My gosh, and looking at the APM, just looking at the average, I'm going to go with the average now for these guys. It looks like KateMoss and Blue Sky just with a big average so far, the least being Billy so far. And it really is showing, as far as the points are concerned. Of course, Blue Sky and KateMoss are in first, with so much action going on, keeping that frames per second, or I'm sorry, the not frames per second, the actions per minute is absolutely key. And we do have that Corruptor from Nightmare still being scary, could possibly pose a threat on that Raven. He's going to have to put down a point defense drone. If he's not careful, he could possibly lose that, especially with the Mandos out on the field. We have bottom right with a Mando and top right with a Mando. WilliamKim, and with his Commando coming in, he could possibly try to snipe one of these Ravens. Currently at level 0, but it doesn't matter what level it is, it's very deadly. An EMP going down on both the Commandos, landing on both of them. They're going to have to both back out, and wow, the Commando was almost killed there. That would have been a good pickoff for WilliamKim, or at the very least for IceVortex, and he's going after it again. He's got the mini mothership, and the Ravens are coming around the side, could possibly pick it off. Oh, he's got to be so careful. There it is. They're going in. A Seeker Missile going down. No, in fact, decides to go on the units, and a big Seeker Missile able to connect with so many of IceVortex's units. Top left-hand side kind of sitting in base a little bit, just biding their time, building up their armor. We do have 3 Reapers now with a Corruptor. That's going to deal so much damage, and that mothership has to be so careful. That Corruptor is in position. It does currently have 1 attack up, and it's being hit right now, guys, but it's just not able to do it. That cloaking field proving to be really powerful, and Nightmare could come in and do a little flashbang and try to go right after that mothership. More back and forth going on in the middle with KateMoss against Billy, and Billy deciding to back out here. A scan goes down, and a Seeker Missile does connect with Billy's units. Oh, Billy losing so many units in this game so far from those Seeker Missiles, has to be careful, but able to keep up, currently at 1139. But Blue Sky's still getting so much money. My gosh, he's almost 2,000 within 7, almost the 8-minute mark. Corruption going down on KateMoss's units, and a bunch of units are going to die right here, trying to fight on that ramp. I'm not sure if that's the correct choice, as Billy is losing a lot of units. That top position is going to give him a lot more ground and deal a lot more damage. It's really hard to go up that ramp on that choke point and deliver the damage that you need. And we do have the Hunter Killers popping up and down a little bit for KateMoss, trying to pick off some of Wolf's units. Got to be careful of that Commando though, but the Commando is at half hit points. That Commando could also be, needs to be careful as well. He could possibly get picked off. And Billy deciding to get, oh no, Billy, you gotta back up. Oh, this could spell trouble. He could be overextending himself a little bit. He's got 2 Ravens and the Hunter Killers that he could be contesting with. But no, actually Billy doing a good job picking off several units without losing too many of his own. KateUpton deciding to be very aggressive with his Hunter Killers though. And double Corruptors now for top left. Nightmare going double Corruptor. That's going to be incredible. We're going to see way more corruption go down, and he's going to lose so many units. The flashbang going down on KateUpton's units. Is he going to use a corruption? Yes, he does. Taking out so many units, but the Seeker Missile, oh my gosh, completely destroying Nightmare's units. He's got to back out. He's got to save up a little bit, and Vortex being so scary, he could actually bring down the Vortex of his own. It's interesting that his name is Vortex. He's got a mothership, but a Vortex could come down from IceVortex, soaking up so many of these units. And we've seen in play before that sentries mixed with a mothership is actually really powerful. Force field around the units, being able to trap them and deal splash damage to them just picks them off so quickly. And Blue Sky's Raven getting dangerously low here. He now has 2 Ravens, so we have 4 Ravens in total. Looking at the units tab, we have 4 Ravens out on the field, 2 Commandos, 2 Corruptors. Oh my gosh, there's so many Mandos, and the Vortex goes down. How many units was he able to get? He got Blue Sky's units, but wasn't able to surround it. Another Vortex going down, and he is looking to take that surround, possibly even do a snipe. But he's got to be careful. Seeker Missile going down, connecting with the mothership. Oh no, he could have overextended it a little bit. The Corruptor doing a little bit of damage to the mothership. He could go down. He's got to back out. He's got to back out, guys. He could possibly lose it here. Oh my gosh, this is so scary. He's got 2 Corruptors right on him. He's got to be so careful. Billy with the Corruptor too. That's 3 Corruptors to deal so much damage to that mothership, backing out for now. I think that's going to be the wise decision until he can get a better dominating position in the middle, possibly using that beacon to heal up the mothership. At the very least, getting a support tower to heal it up that mothership is a very important factor to his ability to win. And corruption going down on Blue Sky's units, but I think that was more of a defensive corruption so that he could get out of there, get his units out of there, keep him safe. He needs to build up his supply. He's only at 334 supply currently, contending with 700 supply from Wolf. Oh my gosh, and 600 supply from KateMoss. The Boss Moss, so many units for him, and excellent splits. He was able to minimize a lot of that splash damage. Did lose some units there, unfortunately. It was a good pick off by Blue Sky. And Blue Sky's got to be so careful. WilliamKim could possibly come in and get a snipe off. He does put a snipe on some of Wolf's units there in the middle. We have snipes back and forth coming from bottom left and top right. And KateUpton, oh, he's got to be careful. He could be in a bit of a pickle here if Blue Sky and Wolf decides to try to get the surround on him, but no, instead decides to engage WilliamKim. Probably the correct choice. Because WilliamKim is currently at 1900, so being able to pick off the lesser, weaker units is probably the correct choice. But if left uncontended, WilliamKim could easily come back into this game, and a snipe goes down, and all the hunter killers are killed. Were they all destroyed? Yes, they were. So he's going to have to revive all 3 of them. We'll see if they're currently being revived right now. No, actually not yet. That was a good pick-off. I didn't see who was able to get that, though. It's possible it was, I think it was Wolf, actually, with his commando. And top left, what is top left deciding to do? We've seen some corruptions go down, but have they been effective? Have they been able to get the money that they need? Nightmare currently at 2,700. Billy at 2,100, keeping up very nicely. It looks like top right is a little bit far behind, but with 600 supply for WilliamKim and almost 500 supply for IceVortex, they could be able to get the middle, especially with some carefully thought out vortexes. And it looks like that's exactly what they're trying to do. They're going right in. Oh, but he has to back out his units. Oh no, and IceVortex is going to lose some of those units. He's got to back out. And Blue Sky picking off some of IceVortex units. He's coming in with the Ravens from the backside. But he's got to be careful. He could possibly get killed by KateMoss here, if not careful. And Nightmare trying to fight for this left side tower. Billy trying to go into the middle. A Secret Missile goes down and connects with so many of Billy's units. And WilliamKim now trying to push for the middle. What's bottom right going to do as far as keeping the middle? They're trying to keep it getting so many points. Now currently at 4,090 points. Bottom left hand side currently in second place with 3119. They are about 1,000 points behind. Blue Sky just taking such a powerful position right here. Meanwhile, on the left hand side, we see Nightmare taking control of this tower. We have both towers controlled by top left, and that's going to be excellent as far as getting vision on the field. Could see a Corruption on KateUpton's units, and Billy deciding to engage William. I think that's actually the correct choice here to try to supplement some of his money, and IceVortex overextends himself and loses the mothership. A great play by Nightmare, able to pick that off, and that's going to bring his points up to 3,070. Only 1,200 behind from the current leaderboard's Blue Sky. And those Ravens getting really low. He's got to be careful. We'll see, looking at the tabs right now, Wolf does still have his commando. But I think the other commando was taken out on the field. I do not see it. So there must have been a snipe. Wolf able to get a snipe off. And yes, indeed, his points did go up by at least 300 or so. I think the lowest you can get for the commando is in the 200 range. So able to pick off that commando. That was a great play by Wolf. And wow, bottom right taking such a position here, keeping middle, getting their points up so much already in the early game. And this is really exciting. Desi's coming out now. Hybrid destroyers for bottom left. KateMoss, the Boss Moss. And a Corruption going down. Oh, the Hunter Killers are going to be so slow here. but it doesn't matter. They don't even need to go anywhere. They're dealing so much damage. And we do see flashbangs going down on KateUpton's units, but unable to connect with them. The corruption, though, really effective at killing KateUpton's units. Not going to be effective, though, against the Hunter Killers. They are going to be able to back out, and if not careful, those Reapers could take them out, but able to burrow in time and escape, rebuilding that army. And I think that was a really good play for Nightmare, picking off a bunch of those units. That corruption just being so cost effective. And double Corruptor, I think that was the right choice, especially dealing with all these Ravens. Some Seeker Missiles going down to WilliamKim, losing a bunch of units, bringing supply down to 295, 290. Flashbangs going down. Blue Sky deciding to go in the base. Could this be a mistake? It's possible we could see a Savior come down and pick off some of his units, and if he loses those Reapers, that's going to bring IceVortex back into the game, currently down at 2,050, currently in last place. And wow, the positioning for bottom right is just astounding. And Wolf deciding to go with Hydralisk. That's incredible. Hydralisk have incredibly high base damage and base attack. So they're going to just increase the range ability that bottom right has, possibly being able to keep middle all day long. And the Commando is getting into position. Is he going to attack those Hunter Killers? He's not attacking them. Instead decides to go after Boss Moss's Decies. And let's look at the unit tabs real quick to see if that other Commando has decided to come back. No. Actually, it is not going back, so it looks like whoever had that Commando, that I have completely forgotten who had it now, is not going to be coming back anytime soon. And Seeker Missiles going down, picking off very few of KateMoss's units. Those Decies are very strong. Let's look at how many ups Blue Sky has for his, oh my gosh, Sharpshooters currently at 8 attack. Is he going to upgrade those into Snipers? No! Instead decides to go Mutalisk. Unbelievable, guys. We're going to see some Muta play. An 8 attack on Mutas at 17 minutes is going to be so powerful. Is Nightmare going to decide to get more Corruptors? As you know, Corruptors does a little bit of splash damage. And Nightmare calling someone a name. I'm not quite sure who he was directing that to. And a few snipes going down, picking off some more of KateMoss's units. Did he happen to lose that? No, he still has it, the Commando, at full health. And top left, going Reavers. We do see Reavers come out, and as you know, Reavers do best with armor upgrades. We do have at least 3 attack and 2 ups, possibly just looking to go for the quick spawn upgrade, which is totally fine when going Reavers, and I think Reavers will tip the balance for this game. Nightmare doing a little bit of BM talk, saying you don't want to feed to top right's WilliamKim and IceVortex, and indeed they are, unfortunately, in a position where they are feeding, so they are going to have to stay back, build up that supply a little bit, and come up with a new plan. A little bit of lag coming through the game. Luckily it was only temporary. Some Seeker Missiles coming down. KateMoss losing a few units there. He is going to back out. And what is top left going to do? I'm not even sure if he knows that Mutas are out on the field. I haven't seen a scan yet. Those Mutas are just on patrol back and forth. And KateMoss could do a lot of damage at 5 ups currently. We'll see how many ups we have for these Corruptors. 4 attack, which means that these Sharpshooters are with 4 ups. And Blue Sky fighting some more with his Reapers against Billy in the middle. Not ready to reveal those Mutas just yet. And look at this, KateUpton deciding to go Marauder, and Marauders are going to do so well against Blue Sky's Mutas. He's going to have to keep them back. The splash damage is incredibly heavy, but with no ups for those Marauders, he could just come in and completely take him out. And I think that's what he's going to do. He's trying to whittle him down a little bit with those Ravens. Not even sure if he has the concussion cell upgrade. Yes, he does. And look at this, these Reavers deciding to come out. They do not have the assault charge ability, so that is going to slow them down, and I think KateMoss could pick off a little bit here, but decides no, instead to back out. Without that assault charge, they are not going to be quite as effective. Corruption going down on WilliamKim's units, and he is going to lose a bunch of units. Oh no, WilliamKim, you've got to get out of there. What are you doing? You're going to get picked off. Nightmare doing a little bit of micro, but what is this actually? Nightmare losing a bunch of units. And that is not good. Where is Billy when you need him? He's going to be fighting against the mutas, deciding to bring the mutas out so that he can capitalize, killing all of Vortex's units. Oh no, you got to get out of there. 8 attack mutas, they're so strong. And wow, Blue Sky deciding to be very generous here and not go after them. Instead decides to go for the Raiders, and I think that's going to be a good idea. Do not clump them up though. Get away from those Hunter Killers. Those Hunter Killers can do so much splash damage. Oh, he's got to be careful. Mutas are definitely a trump card at this point. Are we going to see the mutas deal the damage that they need to do, or are they going to be taken out? It depends on how upped those units are. And taking a look, I think I can see what those Hunter Killers are. Yes, they are currently level 3. They do need to be up a little bit more in level before they can deal enough damage. And the Commando currently at level 4. And Billy, oh my gosh, Billy deciding to go right in. And what is this? WilliamKim or Vortex could possibly save right here, getting so much money, but deciding not to instead. Taking it in chance, but losing so many units. Look at Billy just going up 4,000, 4,100, 4,200. Guys, you've got to get rid of them. Oh no. And some more BM coming from Nightmare. The save finally coming out for IceVortex. I think that was a big mistake. Waiting so long for that to come out. Oh, that was just devastating. Needed to use that savior sooner. And wow, these 8 attack Mutalisks doing so much damage. Unfortunately, the Hunter Killers are not able to do the damage that they need to. And Brutalists are now coming out for Wolf. I think that'll be a good idea against the Death Seas. We'll see how it measures up against the Marauders, though. I still think that those Marauders could be devastating if able to be buffed up. And a little bit of arguments going between Nightmare and Billy. That's unfortunate considering they are on the same team. Bottom right, still delivering so much damage, doing so much damage, taking out KateMoss's units. KateMoss, the Boss Moss, trying to keep it together. Currently at 5 ups with Overcharge. Overcharge is going to play a big role, as splash damage can completely kill any Mutalisk play if they are bunched up. And Nightmare deciding to go Stalker, and instead goes Lancer. I think the idea is to go after top right's units, but top right IceVortex deciding to go Goliath, and I'm not sure if Lancers do extra damage to Goliath or not. No, they are biological, but I think Goliath does do extra damage to Lancers. I'm sorry that I do not know that at this time. I have been yelled at before for not having too much knowledge, but when you're trying to cast, it's really hard to keep your mind fresh and remember all the counters and everything. But what does counter is Blue Sky, just with that 8 attack, and now with all the hit points up that it has, the hit points up are crazy, now at 408 hit points, and I think he's upping those hit points because he knows the splash damage is going to be devastating for bottom left. And that's, I think, is the correct choice, deciding not to up his attack anymore. And the Lancers will do fairly well against mutas. They do have the splash. Their attacks do bounce off those units. And with the blink, that'll be really good too. And a corruption going down on all the Mutalisks. The Mutalisks don't even care. They're honey badgering it right now, and they are just going without any stops. They're going full out right now. Bottom right just being so effective with those mutas, now currently at 8,400. This is incredible. I mean, he's just taken control of the entire map. Look at this. With ease almost, able to pick off units left and right. KateUpton's units are going down. And WilliamKim asking if it's going to ruin the game if they leave. I think he knows that he is so far down that perhaps they won't be able to catch up anytime soon. So we might see our first loss top right. They could leave. I'm not quite sure what they plan on doing. And Nightmare saying, please feed and then leave. And we had Seeker Missiles go down on KateMoss's units, able to pick off a few. Those Hunter Killers, though, my gosh, what level are they at? Still at level 3. I think he's unable to get the money because the Concave is just so strong. Wolf pushing back into the base. I think this is going to be a mistake. Wolf, you got to get out of there. I think he's just trying to play a tank for Blue Sky's mutas. And oh my gosh, Blue Sky getting a little bit too close. And KateMoss saying GG. Are we going to see a save, possibly taking out these units? Oh my gosh, it's so tense right now. And he decides not to. And I think he could have picked out all those mutas had he saved. It would have been risky for him to do. And Blue Sky just calling it. I think that they're all agreeing that it is going to be over. And could they possibly be throwing in the towel? Has Blue Sky been able to do it? I think WilliamKim is at least agreeing. He is saying that it's well played. IceVortex losing those 2 motherships. Oh, that was just a big upset for him. And KateUpton deciding to leave. KateMoss will surely follow. And I think Blue Sky's saying new games to all. We'll see if top left's Billy and Nightmare decide to leave or if they're going to stay. I think Nightmare still has some fight in him. Billy has left. Nightmare not leaving quite yet. And WilliamKim destroying all of his units. I think IceVortex is getting ready to get out of here as well. So I think we have Blue Sky as our winners. They are going to go in and try to finish off this base. I'm not sure if Nightmare is just ready to throw in the towel. But unable to get those CCs, those command centers this early just go down so quick. And IceVortex saying he ruined the game. You didn't ruin the game. He just great play. These guys are all top level players. And able to pick off that mothership twice. It just set him back so far. Truly unfortunate. And I think we have it. I think this is going to be it, but no Nightmare. he is blinking back. He is kind of extending the game. It's almost needlessly. And unfortunately, I can't leave until the game is over. I'm not quite sure why Nightmare, WilliamKim, and IceVortex are deciding to stay in. and Nightmare, he does not want to give up yet. I think he's got fight in him. I think actually we might see some more play. He says, let's base trade. And sure enough, he does have fight in him. A corruption does go down on Blue Sky's units, bringing a bunch of those mutas down. Wow, that was actually more effective than I thought it would be. Nightmare with those lancers, they do a lot of damage to flying. And with that splash damage, I mean, it is reduced. If you are looking at your screen, the damage is reduced, but with the splash, it makes it very effective. And those mutas do have to be careful. WilliamKim and IceVortex deciding to leave. Wolf coming in with those Brutalists. I think these Reavers, though, will be able to push them back, but I'm really surprised Nightmare deciding to stay in the game. Nightmare, what are you doing? Now Blue Sky at 10,000 points. Wolf at 7,048. And Nightmare, just the BM is strong with this one, deciding to stay into the game. And wow, congratulations to Blue Sky and Wolf. I think they're going to take it. I mean, unless top left has some kind of ace in the hole. I mean, I think this is really funny that he's making them work for it, and work indeed. Blue Sky, oh, you got to be careful. Billy could possibly use a savior here. Actually, Nightmare would use it, as Billy is gone. Using a point defense drone, though, he was able to take out one of the turret, and he is going to try and whittle down that infestation pit. This is a tense moment, guys. Billy could use a savior at any moment. And Nightmare's calling for a base trade. And there he goes. He's running right into those units. Oh, and he's going to pick off so many of these Brutalists. A big blink in with those Lancers. And I think, I think Blue Sky will be able to just sit here and pick them off. A Seeker Missile going down, all the Lancers have been taken out. And Billy rushing into the base. Are we going to see a savior come out by either one of these guys? Base defenses are coming up. Blue Sky, oh no. The Spire is being focused, but they don't do enough damage. They are going to be picked off, and all the units are now gone. Bottom right has this, for sure. Congratulations, Blue Sky and Wolf. Excellent play. Nightmare calling the GG, has left the game, and these are your winners for today. Blue Sky and Wolf, excellent game. These are your Marine Arena Masters for today. Thank you guys for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed the game. It was a relatively quick game. I haven't seen a scram get done within 30 minutes in a long time. Destroy 8 base ability has been put down, and now the CCs will be whittled. Great game, great matchup. Those mutas just being so strong. And what a pickoff, especially in the early game. Guys, if you were watching, picking off that mothership so early was really key. Bringing his points up to 1300 so early. I mean, it was within a few minutes, just a couple minutes of the game. And wow, just really putting him out in front. And there it is. Blue Sky and Wolf are your winners. I am Ragesauce, reminding you to set your opponents to easy mode. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you guys next time.